want to get you now to the latest on that tabloid scandal in Britain, where new evidence could poke a major hole in the story that senior executives didn't know about phone hacking. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips is in London this morning with the very latest. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Erica. Well, it's a question here of he says, they say in the latest revolution in the hacking scandal. A letter has now emerged that casts considerable doubt on the Murdoch media empire version of events associated with the phone hacking, and somebody's lying. The fact that the Rupert Murdoch-owned newspaper, the News of the World, illegally hacked into other people's phones is not contested. The question is, who's lying about it? Is it Andy Coulson, the former editor of the News of the World and former chief press officer for Prime Minister David Cameron, who says he's unaware hacking was common practice at the paper he ran?
During that time, I never condoned the use of phone hacking, and nor do I have any recollection of incidences where phone hacking took place.
Is it James Murdoch, son of media mega owner Rupert Murdoch, who ran the newspaper's holding company?
I have no knowledge, and there is no evidence.
Or is it Clive Goodman, the only reporter from the paper who has gone to jail for hacking? He admitted tapping into royal staff phone messages. A letter Goodman wrote to the paper when he was being fired has now surfaced, and it may be the smoking gun in the hacking scandal. In it, Goodman protests against being fired, saying that far from being the rogue reporter the paper said he was, phone hacking was, quote, widely discussed in the daily editorial conference until explicit reference to it was banned by the editor. The implication is that Andy Coulson, the editor at the time, shut down discussion of hacking because everybody knew it was common practice and that it was illegal. The denial of hacking knowledge by Murdoch Empire executives is now viewed with such suspicion that some, including James Murdoch, are expected to be hauled back before the parliamentary committee examining the scandal. The reporter involved, Clive Goodman, also says that he was promised that he'd get his job back if he didn't implicate anybody else in the Murdoch media empire. He kept his part of the deal, but a job never came. He was, however, paid a lot of money, about $400,000, some of it for legal fees and some of it, presumably, as hush money. Erica?
Boy, the web keeps getting more and more interesting. Mark Phillips in London this morning. Mark, thanks.